Hey guys, Martyupnorth. I posted a couple of days ago on my community section of YouTube that I'm going on a long trip. Now, I'm doing a long hike with Stuart Howe from How's the Hike. So I followed Stuart for years on YouTube, and he and I share the same kind of passion for long trails. He's coming in from New Brunswick this tomorrow afternoon. Now, our initial plan is to go up and do Wilmore Wilderness and do a 10-day loop in Wilmore Wilderness, but I've been in contact with the people up at Wilmore, and there's so much flooding that they've actually closed the access road. So I'm going to call them tomorrow morning, last minute, before heading out. But we have a backup plan, which would be sort of the front range of Banff. So if we can't go to Wilmore, we're going to start at Mosquito Creek, and we're going to head around into the back and go do Devon Lake, Martin Lake, Red Deer Lake, that whole big area. But regardless, we're doing, a 9-night, 10-day trip. So what I want to show you real quickly here is, that my base weight for a comfortable trip is about 20 pounds, 16 pounds without food. So my backpack is 16 pounds, but a 10-day trip is a huge challenge. And I just want to show you additional stuff. So this is basically additional stuff that I need to take for a 10-day trip. And let me show you what I have. All right. So first thing that I want to talk about is clothing. Normally when I'm going for 2 days, I'm bringing barely enough clothes. I'm bringing the change of clothes that I'm wearing, and then I have a change of clothes for sleeping in. Well, on a trip like this, I'm actually bringing an extra t-shirt, because my t-shirt will probably stink after a while, so I can wash it in the creek. But I'm bringing a long sleeve t-shirt because there's going to be mosquitoes guaranteed. And instead of a second pair of pants, I'm bringing a pair of shorts, so I can hike in shorts if it's not too bad. And then of course a lot of socks. So these are all more socks than I normally would bring, and an extra pair of underwear. So not a lot of luxury, but a little bit more clothing, because 10 days I can either damage clothing or some clothing will literally start to stink. Now let's talk about consumables. So the longer the trip is, the more consumables you have. So we have access to firewood, and we can make fire. So I'm bringing quite a good supply of fire starters. They don't weigh much. I already have one of these fuel canisters in my pack, but I'm going to bring a second one. And of course, I'm bringing a lot of toilet paper. And in my toiletry bag, I'm bringing a little more than usual. I got a soap and I got a shampoo. So if I have a creek somewhere, and another full roll of toilet paper there. And last but not least is all the food. So 9 nights, 10 days basically means 9 full meals, full days of meals. And so I have 9 breakfasts here. Here's a very typical breakfast that you've seen many times: an oatmeal, a Cliff Bar, an instant chocolate, and some drinks. But on a trip like this, I'm changing it up. In some cases, I have some cold cereal, and I bring some powdered milk and still a coffee. And I have bagels, but and then some mornings I've changed the flavors of the oatmeals, the type of granola bar. So some mornings I have 2 oatmeals and 1 granola bar. Some mornings I have 2 granola bars and 1 oatmeal. The oatmeals are different flavors. I have different flavored coffees, different flavored drink crystals. So it's all a matter of changing it up. And they'll all keep for 10 days. So whatever lunch or breakfast I pull out is my breakfast for that day. For lunches, same concept. Now, I tend to take a nicer breakfast and then hike throughout the day, and then take a small break during the day, and then have a nice supper at night. So lunches quite often are things I can eat cold on the trail, like pepperoni sticks, a candy bar of some sort. In this case, I have a Lipton cup of soup, so I can quickly boil a cup of soup. Here's a lunch that's a little more sophisticated. I have half a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese, and half a pouch of sauce, and a little pouch of trail mix. Here's a different lunch altogether. This one is beef jerky and a granola bar, and I even have one that has a can of smoked oysters. So you'll see these on the trail. So same thing, I have 9 lunches, and I try to make them all slightly different, different kinds of trail mix. One could be a trail mix, one could be a bag of peanuts, just to give variety. So And what I do on the trail is I eat my breakfast and then I grab a lunch, and the lunch gets thrown somewhere handy in my pack for quick access during the day. And then finally is all my suppers or dinners. And in this case, I have 7 Alpine Air meals. Not shown here is I'll be bringing fresh food. I'll bringing sausage and cheese and things like that, but I'll pack that tomorrow morning. But I'm bringing fresh food for the first 2 nights. And then lastly, I have a bag of mixed stuff in there. These are teas, a little bit of alcohol because I'll be celebrating my birthday on the trail, some chocolate bars, some more powdered drinks and things like that. And then finally, I'll put all my food in my custom-made Hilltop Packs Martyupnorth bag so that I can hang it up every night. And then I'm bringing a much more comprehensive first aid kit than what I normally bring. I got tape, I got blister stuff, I got electrolytes in case I get dehydrated. I got more medicine. I got I got allergy medicines like Reactin. I have painkillers, back pain, things like that. So we're gone for a little bit longer, and we will definitely at some point. I mean, we're thinking of we're doing a 150-kilometer hike. So at some point we'll be 75 kilometers from civilization and quite a ways from other human beings. So a good safety first aid kit is important, and I'm counting on Stuart to bring stuff, so we'll supplement each other. I'm bringing more of repair kit, duct tape, extra straps, there's zip ties in there, things like that. So repair materials are essential on a trip like this. So if we go to Wilmore, I'm bringing a GPS, and I've loaded my route in the GPS. We will be off the trail, bushwhacking quite a bit more in Wilmore. I've been there before, but it's been a long time, so I feel better bringing a GPS, and of course extra batteries. But if we change at the last minute and we're only going in Banff, well then I'm leaving the GPS behind and I'm just bringing trail maps. So trail maps are... they're still my favorite way to navigate. So there you go. Just wanted to show you. So this is all additional stuff from my normal 2-day trip, and I need to somehow get this all stuffed into my 46-liter pack. So that's going to be the challenge. All right. So I am absolutely tickled pink because I got all my 10 days worth of food and gear in a 46-liter pack, and and I weighed it, so it's 32.4 pounds. I have a few teeny weeny little things that, well, not teeny weeny little things. So I'm still bringing my Nalgene, which is relatively heavy. When I fill it up with 1 liter, I'm adding 2 pounds, so that'll be 34 pounds. So at points on the trail, I'll have the water, and then I need to put the fresh food for tonight, which is about 1 pound. So very, very, very reasonable. 34 pounds for a 10-day hike. And almost everything fits in there, except I got my rain jacket on the top. The tent is in the exterior pouch, and my thermarest is on the side, but everything else is contained inside. So that's the load out for a 10-day trip. On the trail, I'll unload it and go in more detail, but just wanted to show you that it's... I'm just so happy. This is going to be a game changer for me. So anyways, when I get back in 10 days, I'll start uploading, and I imagine this 10-day trip will be a 4-part video kind of thing. So stay tuned for that. Cheers, folks.